Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Lily, and I'm so happy that you are here with me today. In today's video, we are going to do an unboxing. I've done a few of these, and I know you guys enjoy them, and I love receiving them. They are so much fun. Thank you to Your Creative Studio for sending me over the February kit, which I am going to share with you guys today. So stick around, don't go away, because we are going to open this up together. I'm going to go through all of the contents one by one and show you each item that is in this kit. And I'm also going to work on a project with you. So don't go away, stick around, and let's get started now. Okay, let's get right into it and open up the contents of Your Creative Studio February kit. It is always so nice to open it up and find this beautiful yellow tissue that they use to wrap the contents. I love it. I have saved each and every one that I have received. I haven't used it yet, but I set it aside so that just in case an idea comes up, I have it at the ready. And it's just so beautiful. It's so nice to be able to receive a package like this in the mail and open it. It is indeed happy mail. Made me happy when I opened it. Look at all of the little treasures in this box. Presentation is everything, you guys. And each item is individually wrapped. Like they have different different components. You have your journaling cards, stickers, and little pieces of ephemera, just all kinds of different things, all wrapped separately, and it is just gorgeous. It is like Christmas in a box. I love it. So what I like to do is take everything out of the box, and then I open things up and then put them back into the box. And then don't forget, once I am done showing you all of these beautiful items, we are going to work on a project. I am going to take some of these items and I'm going to show you how easy you can use them and how you can incorporate them in whatever it is that you want to create. Okay, let's start with these little envelopes. They're like the size of coin envelopes. And I believe this one says it has washi tape in it. I remember the very first time that I received one of the Your Creative Studio kits. I didn't read any of the labels because I was just so excited. I just ripped open the packages. I didn't know what to expect, which was also kind of nice. It was a little surprise. But now I am more careful and I read the labels so that I know what's inside so that I can tell you about it. So this one includes beautiful washi tape. I love the hues, the blue hues in this tape. Absolutely gorgeous. And so it is, oh, it's so pretty. It has like a botanical, like a very nice and subtle floral design to it. So that'll be fun to use. And this one includes some red rubber stamps. Aren't these fun? You get 3 of them in this little pocket. And these are botanicals in 3 different sizes. That red rubber is so vibrant and it looks so good. And I will show you up ahead how these look once I stamp them, which is something else that I like to do so that you can get a better idea of what the design looks like on paper. And I'll use black ink so that it really pops on the screen. In this envelope, we have a larger red rubber stamp, and this is really nice. It's like a frame with a floral design or a botanical design around it. Almost looks like a, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank. Well, it's like a frame with the floral, but it almost looks like an embroidery hoop. And it also looks like the, oh my gosh, you know, they're round and sometimes they have feathers hanging and ribbons. Anyway, you know what I'm talking about. That's what it looks like too. So you can, so many uses for that. Each stamp comes with a protective layer of acetate just to kind of, I guess, protect it. And so I am just peeling that off so that it is ready for you to use and just stick it onto your acrylic block. And I'm going to give you a little tip on how to use your cling stamps with acrylic blocks so that they don't fall off.
And I do this with all of my cling stamps, you guys, with all of them. And that was a nice set of vellum faux postage stamps. Those are super cute. And this, I wasn't quite sure what this was. It said masking tape on the label, but once I opened it, it's actually tissue. So this is going to be perfect for collage. It is so pretty. Almost looks like a world map. And I'm not wearing my glasses, so I can't tell you if it is. And but that's what it looks like. So we're just going to run with that, okay? But anyway, it is beautiful. The colors, the hues. And so that'll be fun to use for collage. And then this right here is a nice, generous little pack of journaling cards. And there are 2 of each design in this little kit. They feel really nice. Everything feels different, you guys. All the papers are made. They have different textures and different weights. And it's always fun to be able to feel the papers. And I was going to leave the background sound on so you could hear what it sounds like when I'm feeling the papers. But I had a lot of background noise going on, and so I had to remove that background audio. But you know what it's like to feel paper, and you can tell when you receive paper, like in Happy Mail, or when you purchase your own paper, you can tell the quality just by touching it. And these feel so nice in my hands. I love these. Butterflies always make everything look so beautiful. So super nice little mini postcards. So these can be used all kinds of different ways. You can collage these little note cards, or you can use them for journaling and tuck them into envelopes or pockets. Lots of different ways to be able to use these little note cards. So these are going to be fun to use. And there is a generous amount of these. 2 of each design. And here we have more butterflies. And then the other one had beautiful little mushrooms on there. Look at this one with the flowers and the beautiful, that one says, it reads, hello there. Anyway, these are beautiful. And as I'm opening up all of the contents, I'm also trying to come up with an idea as to how to use them. And so all of these ideas are kind of going through my mind as to how I'm going to use these and what type of project I'm going to show you. So that'll be fun. And once I'm done going through all of the contents, I knew exactly what I was going to do. I'm not going to tell you right now what it is, so you have to stick around. It's super easy and super quick, and you can do it. That's all I got to say about it right now. And then this little packet has little bits and pieces of ephemera. These feel really nice. They're smooth, very satiny feeling, very smooth and satiny. And it's just a little random pocket of goodies, some acetate flowers. And there is actually, you can see it on the screen, there is another packet full of beautiful acetate flowers. So that is fun. And then all these little bits and pieces in there too. Super, super beautiful. And then a dry floral. I don't remember if that was in the little pocket or if it was separate. I don't remember. And I looked away, so I didn't even look to see where that little dry flower came from, but that's okay. That was a nice surprise in there. And this is really cool. These are larger journaling cards. Really nice. They feel really good in my hands. And I love the presentation of these journaling cards, wrapped in the twine and inserted into this really cool pocket. I was like, have you guys ever, I'm sure you have, when you give a child a gift and they're more curious about the packaging than they are about the actual gift? That was me when I took these journal cards out of this little pocket right here. This little pocket, I was really impressed with. So I like that. And so I will probably take that idea and recreate a few. But that was so clever to make this simple pocket and insert all of these nice little journaling cards. These coins with the numbers are actually stickers. So that was really cool. And all of these little other things. Those are also stickers. These labels are really cool. So they can actually be used on jars, but oh no, we're paper crafters, so we put them on over other paper. And so these will be fun. These will be fun on tags, on envelopes, or on junk journal layouts, even on the cover. That lemonade one is really pretty. That one was my favorite of those labels right there. And look at how beautiful these botanical journaling cards are. These are so pretty. And again, you could see me feeling that paper because they just feel so good in my hand. I really like these. I love all of the designs and the florals and the colors. It's a beautiful, like throughout of them, it's cohesive. It almost has this antique linen color, you know, like the Tim Holtz stamp, that antique linen, which is a very soft sage green with a hint of yellow. Anyway, they're very pretty. And then there were these specialty papers in there. These feel like handmade papers and natural fiber papers. You can see that, all the little specks and all the little fibers that are in there. So those will be fun to use. And then these were really cool. They had this texture on them, which felt really cool. And so that was fun. I know I should have probably brought it up close, but these were really, really nice papers. And as I was going through each and every package, they all felt so different. So that was really cool for my sensories. For sensories, did I say that right? You know what I mean, for my sensories. And then these fun little tickets and many little ledgers and faux stamps. Those are fun. Okay, you guys, this one right here was my favorite. I mean, I love everything in the kit, but there's always a favorite. And this is it. It's called Bill Collection. And as I flip through it, and I'll show you, I'm going to fan through it. It is different samples of ledger papers and invoices and bills and receipts. And look at this one, groceries. Oh my gosh, that one was my favorite of the little pack. And that was nice. There is a generous amount of ledger papers in here and bills and receipts, and that is going to be fun. So I really like it. And they're a really good quality or good weight paper. So those are going to be fun, especially this one right here. So I'll have fun using that somehow. Sometimes though, when I favorite something, I end up hoarding it, but I really have to talk myself out of doing that, out of hoarding things, because it looks so much better once you use the actual product in your artwork. Yeah, that's a better way to display it instead of, you know, hoarding it. So I'm just flipping through it again. I just really love it. And it's a nice, generous little booklet of all of these fun ledger papers called Bill Collection. So yeah, that was my favorite. All the hearts for this one, you guys. And then look at how fun this is. I'm all about the rub-on transfers. They remind me of when I was a kid, these rub-on transfers. And super popular, I want to say in the 80s, because that's what it takes me back to, back in the 80s. I don't remember the exact moment I used them when I was a child, but it just takes me way back there, way back then. And then it comes with a little scraper tool, but these are beautiful. All of these different designs. You have wreaths and dragonflies and butterflies and florals and botanicals. So these are beautiful. I know for sure that I am going to use these in the project I'm going to show you. And then I noticed that the little designs are the same as the red rubber stamps. Different sizes, of course. You can see that here. But how pretty is that? And I'm going to show you what they look like when I stamp with black ink. It wasn't only after I saw, I'm playing it back now, that I could have used colored ink for those little botanicals. That would have looked pretty. But using black ink on screen is best so that you can see a nice crisp image of what the stamp looks like. So I'm just pointing out how those little red rubber stamps are very similar to the designs in the rub-on transfers. So pretty, so pretty. So these are going to be fun. I love these too. I'm all about the rub-on transfers. And then the packaging it comes with, you guys, that doesn't go to waste. I put all packaging to good use, so that is always fun. So everything in these boxes can be used. The packaging, the tissue, the little pockets. So those are all fun. This is a collection of, or an assortment of papers. You have background papers, sticker paper, vellum paper, and collage paper in this little packet. And there are several of the same designs in the different type of paper. So this design comes in like scrapbooking paper because there is a heavier weight paper in here. There's also a very light paper that can be used for collage or for decoupage. And so that each design comes in each of its assorted papers, including vellum and sticker paper. Do you guys remember the first unboxing I did of Your Creative Studio? And I didn't realize that some of these were sticker paper because I failed to read the label. And then I created a project, and instead of peeling the backing off, I used glue to stick it down. It worked, but now, I read through everything now because I want to make sure I use it in its correct form. But these are beautiful, beautiful papers. Those birds are so pretty. And then that other design paper with that beautiful chair. Oh, so beautiful. This right here has to be my favorite print. I love all of these papers, you guys. But this one here that looks like seashells, kind of. That one, that really stood out. And I really, really like that one. So I'm going to use that one in the little make I'm going to have in a few minutes. So you'll see how I use that. But yeah, I'm feeling the paper. They all feel great. Some of them are super lightweight, and then some of them are much sturdier. So these are going to be so much fun to use. Just beautiful designs. So here it is again. This one right here has to be my favorite. There I go with all the hearts. You can tell. You can kind of tell which are my favorite things, especially when I throw those hearts out at you. So super beautiful. Almost like, I know what it's like vintage wallpaper. That's what that is. And then look at all these beautiful vellum papers. These are going to be so much fun to use. I wish I had all the time to show you all the things that I would love to make with all these papers. And I need 48-hour days, you guys. There just isn't enough time. Sometimes I don't want to sleep because I just want to keep creating. But I do get 8 hours of sleep every day or else I don't function. But if I had 48-hour days, that would be great, More hours in the day to do and to make all the things, all the pretty things. Look at how beautiful that looks, that like faux wallpaper design on that vellum. Absolutely gorgeous. Look at that cute little bird. And again, the packaging, that doesn't go to waste because it's just as nice as the actual papers. So pretty. And then another little, it just keeps going and going. Tell me these are not super generous kits, you guys. Super generous with all of these little goodies in there. From ephemeras to stickers to journaling cards and note cards and papers and collage papers and vellums and stamps and washi. It just keeps going and going and going. And yeah, it makes it really fun to go through these. If you are building your stash, you guys, this is a great way to start because you get so many different items, just an assortment of things that you can play with and you can use to create your own embellishments and your own ephemera. So these kits are perfect for that, to build your stash. And also to have a little bit of different things to be able to use in your work. Look at these little bunnies. Don't we all just love the bunnies? I love the bunnies, you guys. So stinky cute. These labels are so cute. And I like that we get 2 of each of those. And I really, really like this one right here The labels with the blue trim. Yeah, I think I'm going to, well, not that I think, I will be using one of those labels in my little project. And these are really cool. These are little stickers, like vellum stickers. So that was a nice little surprise. Those will be fun to use. Everything will be super fun to use. So I know in this video, I'm only going to share one of the projects that I'm going to use, but these items I will be incorporating in my work in my future videos. So you'll see glimpses, and I'll mention it when I use, you know, the washi tape and the papers in other projects that I make, including, you know, my little signature houses, the little houses that I love to make, and also the junk mail envelopes I like to work with. Those are my favorite things to work with. And so you'll see a lot more of your Creative Studio items incorporated into my work in the future. And look at the generous amount of acetate florals in this little pocket. These are beautiful. And I immediately thought of using these over a window junk mail envelope and just kind of placing it over the window. Collage a little bit on the envelope and then use one of these over the window and then collage the inside and then attaching it with some washi tape. So all of the ideas on how to use these. So pretty. Also, these can also be stapled onto a faux photo slide. So you can DIY a photo slide or a specimen card and then use vellum and then staple this, or yeah, it's just, I would staple. I think it would be much easier to staple this because of the acetate. But there are adhesives like Fabri-Tac that will attach the acetate onto whatever you're working on. Anyway, all of those ideas are going through my head, and I really did want to make more than one project, but then we would be here, you know, for a few hours, and I'm trying to keep my videos at under an hour, you guys. So only one project today. But look at these. They almost look like dry flowers, don't they? The kind you press in a book. So, so pretty. They are beautiful. I love that large one there too. Okay, what I'm going to do now is gather up all of these florals, acetate florals. I'm going to clear up the table and we're going to start working and showing you what I'm making. But first, let's stamp the rubber stamps so you could see what they look like. I grabbed I missed what stamp this was. Was this Memento black ink? I think so. It went fast and I blinked, you guys. So I am just going to show you what these look like. I pressed really hard and I got some black ink in the center. So I'm just going to wipe that away. And let's see what it looks like stamped. And stick around, I'm going to give you a tip on how to make sure your cling stamps stick onto your acrylic block. So adding a little bit more ink. As I was using this ink, you guys, I realized it was drying out on me, and so I need to re-ink it. And so you could see how it's not as vibrant, the black, is that what, detailed as I want it to be. And that's because my ink is dry, but don't go away. I'm going to grab a new ink pad in just a moment and show you the difference because these aren't working because that ink is dry. So it's not giving the effect that I want, but that's okay. That's okay. I'm going to grab a new ink pad in just a second, but look at how beautiful that design is. What is that? Oh, that ring, wind feather. Oh my gosh. If you guys remember what I'm trying, if you guys know what I am trying to say, please leave it in the comments below because my mind just went blank. But it's a ring and there's like feathers and strings hanging from the bottom. That's what this reminds me of. But it's a nice little frame. So did you guys see that I took my glue stick and I added just a little bit of glue stick to the acrylic block. You guys, this makes it so that your cling stamps don't fall off. And you can kind of tell I've been doing this for a long time because look at my acrylic block. It's just full of ink and glue, but then I clean them every once in a while. But this ensures that your cling stamps aren't going to fall off. And I don't take any chances. I don't want it falling off, especially when I'm using black ink onto white paper like this. Oh, and this is where I grab the archival ink. Look at the difference. This one was super juicy and black. And look at that design. Oh, those are so pretty. So pretty, you guys. Yeah, I need to re-ink that Memento ink pad. But the archival one looks great. So yeah, just take a little bit of glue stick and then just dab it onto your acrylic block, and that'll make sure that your cling stamp stays on there. Because you don't want an accident. You don't want your cling stamp to not grab onto that acrylic block properly, and then as you go to stamp over your white paper, it falls off and smudges your paper. So I don't take any chances. So I do it to all my cling stamps, you guys, all of them. Look at how beautiful that looks. Can you see it now? Clearly visible now that I used a juicy black ink. Isn't that gorgeous? And stamping this in different colors is going to look beautiful. If and when I get to do this again, if your creative studio, elects to send me more of these wonderful kits, what I will do is stamp with black ink, but then I'm also going to bring in some colored inks for fun, just to see what that looks like, because I love rubber stamping, you guys. And I love using them in my projects. And you've seen how I've done that in the past. So these will be a lot of fun to work with. So there you go. These are the stamps. Let's now move forward and let's get started on the project that I am going to be making with you guys. All right, here we go. This is my idea junk journal. So whenever I have an idea or I have leftovers of things that I have made, I just pop them into my idea junk journal. And I decided to grab this journal to create a junk journal layout. We're going to do a journal layout. Yes! And so I'm just kind of flipping through the pages to find the perfect one for me to use. And let's do that, because I've not done that with you guys. I've not done a journal layout with you. This is going to be super quick, super easy, not a lot of fuss. I want to show you how easy it is to create a journal page layout, you guys. Super, super quick, super easy. And I thought this would be the perfect journal to do it in. Since it is my idea journal, I can take some of these beautiful elements and add them to my idea book. So I put a little bit of thought into this and kind of knew what I was going to be doing. And so as I was going through the kit, I had a few of these components or a few of these items that I kind of set aside in my mind to use on this layout. So I was already visualizing what the layout was going to look like. So now I'm just grabbing those items, those pieces, and I'm going to put them all together and then create my journal page layout. So I knew I wanted to use one of these beautiful floral acetates. And then of course, one of the ledgers from Bill Collector. And I'm also going to use the washi tape and most definitely the rub-on transfer. And so I'm just setting aside the items that I'm going to use. And then this label, because I loved this label. Oh, there was only 2. So maybe I'll hoard the other one. And then of course, this beautiful wallpaper sticker paper. I'm going to use that as well. And isn't it nice how all of these things, they put a lot of thought into these kits, you guys, because look at how beautiful all of these pieces work together. the florals with the labels and the background papers and the ledgers and everything just works so well together. So I'm just digging through my little box of Your Creative Studio goodies and checking to see if there's anything else I want to add onto my page layout. Oh, I'm missing my little scraper stick for the rub-on transfer. So now that I have everything I'm going to work with, let's just start adding the pieces to the paper. This is going to be so much fun. I'm all about journaling. In my own personal journal, I do a lot of quote journals, but I didn't want to do that in this one. So I'm actually going to do some actual journaling in this one. So, but let's start with the background. So I'm grabbing my sticker design paper, and I'm not going to use the entire sheet. I'm going to tear a couple of pieces at a diagonal, and I'm going to add one in the bottom right, and then I'm going to add the other in the top left. And then you're going to see like a little river down the middle. And all of this was in my head, you guys. And so I didn't do this like off camera. I'm just kind of winging it. And I was just hoping that once I put everything down, that I was able to execute it just as I had envisioned it. And let me tell you, I was pretty pleased with the results. It turned out really nice. But of course it is. When you're using items that are beautiful, such as these, of course your projects are going to turn out nice. So I'm just taking my little spatula scraper and just smoothing out the paper. I didn't have to do that, but I thought it was cute. So why not? And because I tore the paper, it was really easy to take off the backing. I didn't have to bring it up to my eyes to peel the little corner. And it sticks down so easy. What is really nice about all of these items is they're very lightweight and they're not going to create a lot of bulk on your page. Now, I'm all about creating bulk, and you know, all of my journals have huge alligator mouth. But sometimes when they get too big, you have to start using pieces or things that are going to lay flat on your pages. So this is a perfect example of a 100% flat page. And look at that beautiful label, you guys. I love that label. I want more of that label. I love it. So I'm just going to attach it. I double checked on this one, you guys. It was not a sticker. So I'm just going to add some of my glue stick on there. Did I tell you guys that I was so excited that I was able to purchase glue stick and then some Fabri-Tac, because I went months and months on a no spend for adhesive because I just had so much that I had been hoarding. And I think I mentioned before too that more than half of the adhesives that I was hoarding went bad because I had them for so long and they were all dried and crusty. So we're not doing that again. We're not hoarding glue anymore. I'm only buying it when I need it. But so nice to be able to work with my glue stick and my Fabri-Tac. I missed you so much. Here I go again, just adding a little bit of more glue stick onto my acrylic block just in case it wasn't sticky anymore. I just don't want it falling and smudging my paper. That little stamp is so cute, and you don't see how cute it is until after I stamp it, because it's kind of hard to see what the image is without stamping it. Oh, look at how cute that little botanical is. So cute. I love the way that looks. So I'm going to take one of the rub-on transfers, and this is really nice. It's super easy to just go in. If you're new to rub-on transfers, all you need to do is cut away the section that you want to use on your project, and then peel the backing off, and then place it down onto the area where you want it to stick. And then you're going to take your little spatula, or sometimes it's a popsicle stick, and then very gently we're going to rub over the design so that it transfers onto the paper. and very gently just rub over it. And this was effortless, you guys. It transferred so easily. You always kind of worry with rub-on transfers. Sometimes they don't come off 100%, but these came off 100%. Super, super easy. So just go over it nice and gently. And then once you've rubbed it, then you just very carefully lift at one edge and go slowly just to make sure that it's all down on your paper. And then 1, 2, 3, ta-da, ta-da. Look at how pretty that looks. Now, there is a method to my madness here. Notice how I overlap on those edges. It just makes it goes easy on the eyes when you overlap things, when you layer over edges, like I did with the label and the rub-on transfers. They kind of just overlap each other on the edges, and it just makes it easier on the eyes. Now, I took one of these beautiful little journaling cards or journaling papers, and I'm going to create a pocket with one of them. So I'm only going to glue on 2 sides. Have you guys ever glued on the wrong side? Because it's kind of tricky, you guys. You flip it over and then you end up adding glue to the wrong edges. Yeah, I've done that. Oh, no, I've not done that. That's not happened. That's not happened to me. I'm just asking, maybe it's happened to you. Of course it's happened to me a lot of times, so. But luckily I got this one right. So a beautiful little card to use as a tuck spot. And it is a good weight so that it'll hold whatever you place behind it. Now for this one, I used some Mod Podge, and that just takes a second to dry. And so I'm just holding it down with some clothespins. I knew I wanted this acetate floral over the card, but I wasn't sure how I was going to attach it, and that's when I remembered that I'm going to use washi tape. And so just a strip of washi tape, and I'm going to stick it over the stem part of the flower, and that was it. So I'm glad I remembered I was going to use washi tape for that. Almost like you would do with a real dry flower, right? Look at how pretty that looks. That is so nice. I love how that is turning out. And now I'm going to use this ledger paper to journal on, you guys. So I'm just going to do some super quick and fast journaling. Oh yeah, but I'm going to add another rub-on to the little journaling card. These are so cute, super cute. And look at that one down there on the lower left-hand corner. I wish I could tell you what these florals or these botanicals are called, but I don't know, you guys. They're just pretty flowers to me. I don't have a flower garden. This year, my dad is in charge of the vegetable garden. And in the years past, I have helped him. But you guys, that's one of the things that I don't have time for this year. And I'm really bummed about it because I love the tomatoes and I love the cherry tomatoes and the peppers and the cucumbers, the zucchini, all of that. I love it. But I'm telling you, I need 48-hour days. And I feel bad that I can't go help him in the garden, pull the weeds in the morning and stuff like that. Because in the mornings, I have been running. You guys, so a week ago, I ran a 10K. And I did pretty good. I PR'd, came in 5 minutes, did 5 minutes better than the run I did on Memorial Day. And what else? I came in 4th place in my age group, you guys, by 50 seconds. By 50 seconds, I came in 4th. Oh my gosh. Almost. But I have another 10K in October. So my goal is to come in the top 3. So we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm going to do some scribbly journaling, and I didn't put too much thought into this. I just jotted down what was on my mind at the moment, and I'm actually going to read it to you. Let's see if I can read my writing. I have it right here in front of me. It's the 1st of July, and we are halfway through the year. I want to write down how grateful I am for all of the blessings I've received this year. Thank you, dear Lord, for all you have blessed me with. I have had an amazing first half of the year, you guys. Amazing. I am just so grateful for all of the wonderful blessings that I have received this year. If you have a gratitude journal, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You don't have to have a specific gratitude journal to jot down how grateful you are for all of the blessings in your life. And you could even get specific. And it's for you. It is for you to write down, and it just feels good putting it down on paper. So that was my thought of the day. But yes, I have had an amazing 2023. I have ran in my first 2 10Ks ever. And I've mentioned this before, you guys. I would have never, ever thought that at 53 years old, I would have decided to start running. I didn't run when I was younger. I've been active, exercising and things like that. But running, never would I have imagined that I would be running at 53 years old. And so I'm very, very grateful that I'm able to do that. And also grateful in all other areas in my life, you guys, because a couple years ago, I had a really tough time. But you keep working hard and things will get better if you have faith and you believe in good things, you guys, and you believe in the blessings. You are going to succeed in whatever it is that you set your mind to. So there you go. Just a little announcement, a PSA. Okay, so now I grabbed my favorite distress ink in antique linen, and I'm just going to distress all around it, just so everything is kind of matchy-matchy and cohesive. Let me know what you think about this journal page, you guys. I love how it turned out, and I'll probably end up doing the same to the opposite page, but I love these papers. Thank you to Your Creative Studio for sending me this amazing kit. You guys are absolutely awesome. Don't forget, their information will be linked down below. All right, you guys, we're almost done. Almost done. Not quite yet, but see how flat the page is? It looks really good. So I hope you guys take some time to create in your journals. All the beautiful hearts for this page. I really, really love how it turned out. Let me know what you think down below. You guys are awesome.
I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you for sticking around with me and watching me unbox Your Creative Studios February kit, and also watching me work with their products in creating a beautiful layout in your junk journals. Like I mentioned, this is my idea junk journal, and this is a perfect spot to be able to showcase some of the products from Your Creative Studio. Don't forget, their link is down below so that you can go over and show them some love and go take a look at all the wonderful items they have on their website. You guys, thank you again for being here with me. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye!